Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this platform. Welcome to this panel discussion. This is episode 9. I'm your host, Aarti Bagri Gill. I'm AIF Global Ambassador and CBSE resource person. So, we are talking about these SDGs, different SDGs in our awareness series. And today, we are coming up with a blend of quality education and gender equality. So today again we have panelists with us. Learning benefits every human being and should be available to all. Today's topic of discussion is quality education and gender equality. Our respected panelists are Ms. Veena Rai Singh, PGT Geography, AIF Master Trainer, Ms. Suruchi Sharma, PGT Chemistry, AIF Resource Person. Before we start our panel discussion, we support ACT4SDGs. You can click on the link given in the description box to share or to join this act. I unite to act, and I believe that you all can support SDGs and should click on the link to join us. So let's start our journey of panel discussion today. This is something which is related to impact of SDG5 on SDG4. We had already discussed SDG4 in our previous episode. You can check that episode also, so have to have that understanding for SDG4, that is quality education. SDG5 is related to gender equality. So, the objective of SDG5 is to achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls. And for SDG4, it is to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. So, as I had already discussed with you, that learning is something which should be equitable for every human being on this earth. And for that discussion, we are here to talk about this very sensitive topic and goal and how we can achieve also. That is again a turning point for all of us because these SDGs are meant till 2030. So we are looking forward that we should not extend this period of time and we should reach our goals by that limit. So today I will invite Ms. Suruchi to put some light on this topic, that is how quality education drives gender equality. Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, Aarti ma'am. Good evening, Veena ma'am. Thank you for the opportunity for this wonderful topic because we are talking about women empowerment. SDG4, which is quality education, has a crucial role in achieving SDG5, which is women empowerment, gender equality. But it is achieved by empowering women by providing them with the skills, with the opportunities, with the knowledge, so that they are able to break the social barriers, the knowledge, they gain knowledge about their surroundings. And there are several points as you can go through. The very first one is that if uh, there is an additional year of schooling in a women's life or in a girl's life, it increases their earning by 10 to 20%. That means they are getting more opportunities that reduces the wage gaps and also allows them to participate in decision making in the uh, country's economy. Secondly, if the girl is getting secondary education, she is more likely to get married at a later age, not getting married in childhood, as we have seen, and this results in pursuing career properly and contributing to the economic growth again. Similarly, if the mother is educated, she is more likely to immunize her children, reducing the infant mortality. So if the woman is getting better opportunity to educate herself, it will result in proper healthcare decisions, leading to healthier families and communities. Similarly, if the country has a higher literacy rate in women, as we would proudly say that there is a 25% increase in this they are likely to get more leadership roles in which they are able to participate in governance, they can advocate policies for gender equality, and also challenge discriminatory practices. And if the women with primary education, they are likely to experience less domestic violence because they would be aware of the legal formalities and whatever is required, and they are able to raise their voice against such violence. So, if we are investing in SDG4, the quality education, that accelerates the progress towards SDG5 by making women more independent.
Truly said, ma'am. So this is something which is very sensitive and it should be understandable by the society in that particular frame, because every time discussing the same thing but implementing and understanding at that sensitivity level, that is very important. So now this is something really again interesting, that how this give impact, how this SDG5 is giving impact on SDG4. So now I want to invite Miss Veena for this. Ma'am, kindly put some light on it.
Thank you. Thank you, Suruchi ma'am and T ma'am. Uh, this is a good question, but still, what we can discuss here is like SDG 5 says gender equality, right? And SDG 4 says quality education. But what I say is both can be used in a complementary way. Like if we provide gender equality, it is going to lead to increased education in the whole society. And if we provide quality education, then it is going to lead to gender equality. Like people would know more how to take the male and females in the society. There should be no differences. So coming to the question which I have to answer here, I would say, like, if we it is like gender equality is there, what will happen? That the school dropouts would be lesser, girls would attend the school more, and they will complete the school. Like nowadays, what is the ratio? The ratio of girls going to the school and completing the school is very low. So this is going to improve. Then talking about the next point, that is gender-based violence and harassment in the schools. If people are educated, they are aware, this is surely going to reduce. Talking about the third point which I have put up, like eliminating child marriage, that obviously if good education is there, quality education is there, the mother is educated, the father is educated, they would know the importance of education, and they would also allow, like rather than giving preference to the girl ki, okay, shadi karo and then send her to the other house because she's not our liability kind of, what will happen? They will understand that the girls need to be education because they have to go. They obviously they have to marry. That I'm not against that, but they have to have a family wherein they will have again some members in the family whom she has to educate in. So if the woman is educated, you can say women of the family is educated, then she can educate the whole family as such. So this is very important and it should be taken care. Thank you, ma'am.
Very truly said, ma'am. If one member of the family is educated, that is the woman, then the entire family get educated. So this is really a wonderful thought, and it is like something which should be the part of the families, right? So let's move on further on this journey, and let's talk about education as catalyst for gender equality. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, as we can see the stats, which are global stats in front of you, that if there is higher female literacy rate, that leads to less child marriage rate. That means if the women is getting education, she will be able to take decision properly, and the family cannot force her for an early marriage. So this has seen a reduction, a 50% reduction according to UNICEF. Similarly, if there is I mean the girls and women are pursuing want to pursue their career, and there has been an increase of 25%, which leads to more leadership roles and adding to the economic growth of the country. Similarly, the educated women are more likely to get a better earning, and this has reduced the wage gap. This is according to the OECD. Now, 50% educated women are able to take care of the child in a better way, that has reduced the child mortality rate according to WHO. Closing the gender education gap that can boost the economic growth of the country and increase it by 28 trillion, which is by 2025. So if we look at so many benefits which we are having due to a quality education, that both women and men are able to contribute equally to the country's economy, why won't we go for it? So investing in SDG4 will always be a plus plus for achieving the goals related to SDG5.
Yeah, obviously it is a plus plus. If I can see this graph, then yes, it should be understandable because sometimes numbers speak. So here numbers speak, and it is clearly understandable that how it basically helps the SDG5 to reach, until and unless we talk about SDG4 and implementing SDG4 in that proper manner. Perfect, ma'am. Again, now we are talking little globally. So, impact of SDG5 on SDG4. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is we check here, like if the women get more opportunity, they are being educated, that means that out of total population, more, you can say, people are into education, going for education, pursuing education. So obviously this is going to ensure that even the investment in the education is going to increase. And we know what is the, can say what does it lead to if the investments are there in different areas, not only education, but though because we're talking about education here, I'm focusing on that only. Like if investment is there in the education, obviously different areas of the education are going to open up, not only for women, for men also. But yes, it is going to make difference for the women. I can say that it is going to make the difference. Then talking about, like, yes, this was said by Suruchi ma'am also. Like, I would like to repeat here, and as I'm sharing one picture here, you can make out what kind of difference and the leadership it actually leads to. Like, more women in leadership and teaching roles would be coming up. And obviously, if they are coming as leaders, they're going to take some positive decisions which is going to help the women. And if they are in the teaching role, obviously when they are in the classroom, they are going to talk about gender equality. So this is very important in that way. And talking about like equal access to digital and vocational education, like the girl, the women may be belonging to any strata of the society. If she is getting a vocational education, can take up certain startups, like we are talking about nowadays startups. So digital and talking about like digital literacy, girls are also going to be literate and they would know the world better. And as I hinted, like vocational educations are going to help the women get self-reliant. So this is how like things are going to change if we take care of the gender equality through the quality education. Thank you.
Veena ma'am, before we proceed further, I want to request you to put some light on this word vocational education for all the viewers.
Okay. Uh, Vocational education is basically what, like it's mainly skill based. Like if a student is maybe not able to continue for a college, but can go for certain skill based education. So the honing that skill in which the child or the girl or the boy is good in, and then pursuing that area. And nowadays so many helps are available from the government, like easy loans and low interest loans are available, so they can go for a startup. So that way the vocational education is going to help.
I still remember my school days when we used to have one SUPW. I
Yeah.
believe it's a very old concept, but yes, it is something which is somewhere directly linked to this vocational education only, right?
And we know that it has been even now introduced in classes, like since the previous year, it has been introduced in class ninth. We have certain like AI as a skill based, we have financial marketing. I saw in certain schools they have introduced beautician course. They have introduced this retail trading as the vocational education courses. And it's not like that, okay, it has been done for the sake of being done. No, I have seen actually qualified teachers being allotted to ensure, and quite some time and area is being allotted to ensure that this vocational education is done in a very serious manner.
Perfect. So I believe this vocational education, the word is there in our curriculum since long. But the
Since
idea is how, to which intensity or wavelength it is being implemented into our curriculum nowadays. Because nowadays, again, we are into NEP document and we are more into such things. We are looking forward for the activity based
Mm.
learning. This is nothing but it is that only. Until and unless we are providing it in a proper and engaged.
Proper. It's now, you can say, more formal way it has been introduced, that at the end of the school, even like after 10th, in 11th, 12th, or even class ninth and 10th, they're going to take up certain skill, can say skill based education, which is going to help them hone their, actually they will also understand what they are good at, and this can help them later on when they pass out from the school. This can help them a lot to decide what they are going to take up in the future. So that way I felt it is very good.
Perfect. And I want to go for one simple liner as well, that these vocational education is basically somewhere related to your life skill also. If you are learning any
Yes,
vocational skill, it means you are adding something to your life, that is your life skill. Perfect.
life skill.
So, one open question for all the viewers who are watching this and for the panelists as well, that one impactful suggestion for the society to overcome gender inequality. Yes, panelists.
I would like to add here, like very like it can be done at different ends. Like if I am talking about home front, ghar pe, as a parent, as a father, as a mother, we should be like seeing the male female in the house as equal. Very first thing, that means we have to see them equal in all terms, providing education, your behavior, everything has to be in a way that the girl does not feel a kind of like I am not cared for. That feeling should not crop up in the mind of the girl child. So at the home front, this is how and this is what we should be doing, what I feel. Secondly, like as a government, they have to frame certain very strong, can say rules, regulation, and also ensure that it is being implemented. So the rules, regulation which are being framed and formed have to be implemented in a very effective manner. That has to be ensured. So these two things I would like to suggest here that should be taken care.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, Suruchi, ma'am, you want to add on?
I completely agree with Veena, ma'am. Charity begins at home. So instead of treating an individual at home like a male or a female, we need to treat him or her as a human being, neither overprivileged nor underprivileged.
Right.
So that would be the best thing to do, because if we start from home, slowly and gradually, it will spread in the community and the nation.
True.
Thank you.
I would like to also add here, like sometimes what happens, like I have seen actually this happening in homes. I was lucky enough, like I myself is a eldest one sibling, and I have two brothers. So I was lucky not to have this kind of environment, but I have seen happening in other families. Like the boys, like only boys where they are not being taught to like how to behave with the girls,
True, ma'am.
how to like pay respect to the girls, like that thing has to be taught from the home only. And also in the houses where it's like only mother is there, then maybe two boys are there and father is there, so that means male dominating home is there. But there also the mother has to teach the boys how they have to behave. It's not like, okay, you don't have to be over, but you don't have to be under also.
I would differ over here, Veena ma'am. I have heard a mother saying to her son, "Don't cry like girls." This statement itself is
Is the
contradictory,
wrong thing.
right?
Huh.
Yes, actually.
It is
But
wrong.
many
That's what
times
I'm
even
saying. That's what
educated
I'm
mothers are
saying.
saying, "Don't," because girls
See,
are always taken as the soft
yeah,
part of
that's
the,
what I'm saying.
yes.
Ki in a only male dominating society or family, this should not happen. That they
Yes.
underrate the, this is what? This is, they are underrating the girl, no? कि रोएगी, लड़की है तो रोएगी, क्यों रोएगी भाई?
True. So at last, I want to say that respect humanhood. Okay. We are teaching the children respect womanhood, respect malehood, but I prefer that we should respect humanhood, right? So we should teach
Yes,
our
very
children
correct.
and we should inculcate the things right from our families only. The things begin at home and then gradually it will spread into the community. So thank you so much for watching this panel discussion. Stay connected for awareness series. Support SDGs. Support ACT by Action Campaign UN. Check out the link in the description box. Share all your queries at this email address. And you have to mark your attendance on the link given in the description box and check the certificate generation link post session. So thank you so much everybody for watching this panel discussion. Thank you so much respected panelists for joining and sharing your valuable POVs.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. It was nice being here.
Thank you so much everyone. Bye bye and take care.